Hey there guys, here with me today I have the Meiigo S8. So this phone is basically a Galaxy S8 clone on a budget with a different camera orientation and without features found in the Galaxy S8. So here we have the phone and I'll put that to the side while I'll go over the other things included in the box. Alright, so first off we have a box which contains your user manual with a SIM injection tool. Then it also comes with an additional screen protector as it already has one pre-installed, and it also comes with a transparent TPU case. It has some dots here probably for some shock absorption. It's nice that they include all of this because it's not a popular phone, so you won't find cases for it at your local store or even online. It comes with a USB Type-C cable, which will make a lot of people happy, and I'm starting to think that a lot of phones from Gearbest come with the European power brick, but it's too early to make that judgment. This outputs 5 volts to 2 amps, so it's quick charge 1.0, so that's good to see here, which is a little bit faster than 5 volts to 1 amp. Let's carry over to the phone now. So here it is. The front and back have glass, so it's best to keep the case on it to protect the glass. My first impression based on the feel, the phone feels light and somewhat like if it were made out of plastic instead of having a glass back. The Vernee felt better, but this one feels more comfortable to hold with its more aggressive curves. This actually reminds me more of the Google Pixel 2 XL than the Galaxy S8. And here's a picture side by side. Well, at least I think it looks more like it with its thicker top and bottom bezels as well as its thicker sides. After interacting with the display for a few minutes on setup, I didn't like the feel of the screen protector, so I took it off. Down at the bottom you have the headphone jack, and to the left is the bottom mono speaker. And the left one here is a fake one, and centered is the USB Type-C port, and you have some nice rounded corners. Then on the left side of the phone there's this button that triggers Bixby on the Samsung Galaxy S8, but here on the Meiigo it launches your camera only when you hold it down, and it also serves as your shutter button. Then up is the volume rocker. Going on the top you will find the SIM tray, which holds a combination of either 2 nano SIMs or 1 nano SIM and a micro SD card that is set to hold up to a 256GB micro SD card. This phone was not compatible with my T-Mobile SIM card as it doesn't support US LTE bands, so I've been using the phone on Wi-Fi at home and at school. The build quality on the phone doesn't feel as good and the frame gets easily scratched, so I would strongly recommend keeping the case on. This has an 18:9 aspect ratio with a resolution of 2160 by 1080p, which gives you a tall looking screen where you can see more information when multitasking, but I found that it doesn't let you resize them, which kinda sucks. Most of the YouTube videos out there are shot in 16:9, so you will get black bars on the sides. You can pinch the screen to zoom in and fill up the screen, but you will lose some information. The display colors looks good to me. You can adjust them in this display setting under mirror vision. It lets you choose standard, vivid, or custom, which allows you to change up the way the display looks to your liking. You can tune the contrast, saturation, sharpness, and color temperature, for example. It also has a night mode, but this one sucks. It looks horrible. I hope they push out an update to fix it. The viewing angles are great on this IPX display, and it gets bright enough to use outdoors without the need of squinting. I prefer the front looks on this phone than on the Vernee because I like the symmetry better. It looks more pleasing to me. The fingerprint reader on here is quite fast at recognizing your finger, but slow at turning on the display. Here's a quick sample of it in action. You have to rest your finger on it for less than half a second and can't really just tap it like I did on the Vernee. It won't recognize your finger. It works most of the time when you do it right. As far as features go, this only has a few. It doesn't have double tap to wake, which is a letdown. You can change the back on screen button to be on the right side and disable the navigation bar, which I had no idea why they had that option available until I found out that you can navigate using the fingerprint reader. You can hold down on the fingerprint scanner to take you to the home screen, tap to go back, and even press down on it when you're in the camera app to take a picture. You can also just have the navigation bar enabled and hide it whenever you want by clicking on the button to the left here, then reveal it by swiping up. You can take screenshots by holding down on the fingerprint scanner, which I grew fond of. On the Intelligent Assist, you can mute your phone by flipping the phone over face down. You can also answer calls by bringing it close to your ear rapidly, and I'm not sure how well this feature works. Then you have some information about split screen mode and fast flashlight and the camera side key. Moving forward onto performance, the phone has 4GB of RAM and 64GB of storage. It's running stock Android, and don't be alarmed when you boot it up for the first time and see the KitKat icons. Rest assured it has Android 7.0. You can always download a launcher to change the look of it. I'm using Action Launcher with the Google Pixel 2 theme on it. Now gaming is great and smooth on it for the games that I have played on it. I don't play that often, but it has handled my usual games like Asphalt 8, Dead Trigger 2, and Unkilled. Most of the games fill up the display, which is great, and I feel that the gaming experience feels better on this taller screen. Something I have noticed is that when you're scrolling very slowly on the screen, it kind of stutters. It's lagging, and that very well may be a big issue for some of you because we spend most of our time scrolling, like reading articles or comments. Let's hope this gets addressed in the software update. I have only noticed this happen when you scroll very slowly, otherwise it's not noticeable. The Meiigo S8 has a built-in 3300 mAh battery, and I'm only getting about 2 hours and a half of on-screen time with heavy usage. The most I've gotten on low usage was 3 hours and 40 minutes. The good thing about this phone is that you can charge it using a USB Type-C cable, so you can use any other cable you have lying around. That's if you already have moved on to products using USB Type-C. After performing the battery life test based on my usage, I encountered something unusual. On my second day, the battery would not charge when I got down to 10% for some odd reason. I let it die completely, and when I plugged the phone in, it started to charge. I don't know if that's an issue with all the units or if it's just that I got a faulty one, but it happened already twice. I also encountered another issue when I was setting up my fingerprint. The area around the fingerprint reader got hot throughout the setup, and the fingerprint reader tends to be the hottest when charging and using it at the same time, or after playing a game for about 25 minutes. So this makes the phone very uncomfortable to unlock because of how hot the fingerprint reader gets. Again, I'm not sure if this is a common issue on all of their phones or if I just got a bad one. Your feedback on this for those of you who have the phone would be great. Lastly, let's talk about the camera. This has a 16 megapixel camera with an f2.2 aperture. The 5 megapixel secondary camera is fake. The camera interface is very simple and easy to use. You have your photo, beauty, panorama, and SLR, which is the portrait mode where it blurs out the background. This doesn't need the secondary camera to apply that effect. I can cover it up and it still works, so that camera is not working. This gives you a circle that you can move around and resize. It will blur out around the outside of the circle, which doesn't work that good. It's not great, but it works alright on circular objects. On the front, it has a 5 megapixel secondary camera, which will not give you the most detailed photos, but it's still good. It also comes preloaded with a couple of filters that you can use with both the rear and front camera. In the camera setting, you can change the exposure, white balance, and ISO. Not the most convenient way to get a hold of that, but it's there. You can turn on the electronic image stabilization for video on there. I will show a footage of that shortly, but first I'll throw in a couple of pictures that I took on this device. The picture quality is good in a well-lit environment, but the pictures mostly look overexposed when it's too bright outside. The colors on here appear washed out. You can up your Instagram game by using some quick editing app. I use Snapseed and the link to that will be below in the description. With that, I can make the pictures taken on this phone look better. You can see an example of that here. You can up the saturation, bring down the shadows and highlights to make your photo look better. On the video side of things, this can record 1080p at 30 frames per second. The quality on that during the daytime is good, but it's horrible in low light. It's very laggy and there's so much noise that I wouldn't recommend it if you're looking on shooting a lot of footage with this. The electronic image stabilization makes the video look kinda weird, but does do a decent job of stabilizing the video. Here's a quick comparison with my OnePlus 5, both using EIS just for fun. Now here's an example with the EIS off on the Meiigo S8. Overall, this is an alright budget phone, though I really like the symmetry on the display and that it has a USB Type-C port as well as the fingerprint gestures. I would choose the Vernee Mix 2 over this one. Alright, so that does it for today's video. Like always, if you have any questions or feedback, let me know in the comment section. If I run into any further problems with the battery, I will report back here and list it in the description. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next video.